How dare you come into my house and say such awful things?
Welcome to the Felonious Prince. Welcome. This is the ASMR episode. We're gonna be very quiet.
Oh, I fucking hope not. I'm so over ASMR.
It's so beautiful. Don't you just love the way
Why
it
is that so small? We fixed it last time. How did we fix it last time?
It's after we're done. It's after we're done.
Was it an after we're done thing?
And then it's in the middle, yeah.
Oh,
Introduce yourself instead of screaming into the microphone.
I didn't scream into the microphone. I accidentally stopped recording. We lost about 3 seconds there.
Oh, more like 1.5 seconds.
Probably.
It was like half a measure.
So what you're telling me is the length in which it takes me to ejaculate 6 feet is how long it took us.
You measure that stuff?
Yes.
Wait.
Yes, you heard me.
Why?
It takes me
You're-
half a
you're
second.
able-
No,
wait,
listen to the full
No,
sentence.
here's what
No.
I'm
It
confused
takes
about you
me-
being able to do anything while you're gooning because I can't.
Yes.
Like I
but
just,
no,
I
no,
just, my
you-
mind goes
you-
blank, and I just experience elation, and I can't count.
Completely missed the whole subject of that sentence, which is
Was it about the
within a
distance?
second and a half, I can come 6 feet.
No,
Yeah,
I got that.
And then my mind
Yeah.
was running, where do you do this at?
Yeah.
Like,
See, that's actually
How
a
long
good
is your
question.
bed?
Your
Too.
house has carpet in it. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
are you putting
that
down like a full towel all across, like
No,
a
I'll tell
tarp?
you how
you're just
I do
mopping it up with the
I
cat that you
break
haven't taken
into
from
the-
my house yet.
I break into the rundown AM/PM and I use the thing on the door they use to identify the height of robbers to measure it.
So you're
So you're
firing
going
this
up.
upward.
Yes, that's
So you're
Gravity's
laying on your
fighting
back.
against
vertical
you.
feet,
He's
baby.
laying on his back. It's like challenge pissing.
So,
It's like
You just-
challenge pissing. Yeah.
so I guess if gravity's fighting against you because you're double that number? Yeah?
Probably. If I came off the side of a cliff, it would go some distance. Let's just say. I can know that for sure.
All right, well, we are now going to officially take a road trip to the Grand Canyon.
All right.
Jacking off
we-
into the Grand Canyon.
I know a good spot where there's
That's a
no
good album name.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes, it is. I gotta write that down.
Jacking off into the Grand Canyon. That's a great album name.
Yeah,
Wait.
I might have to
What
use
if
that
we,
for my
what
band
if
if
we
you're cool
change
with
it
that.
from jacking off to jacking in at the Grand Canyon?
Oh.
And it's
Jack-
about
ja-
using like porno on your computer while you're hanging off the cliffside.
No, thank you.
Yeah, please no.
Please no.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm Noodle.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Tiny Plant Ninja.
Hi, I'm Swithbert.
I'm your favorite criminal Kai.
Are you though?
Can
Blah.
apparently come
Are
12
you?
feet into the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your favorite? Probably not. A criminal?
you go.
Yeah.
At least we're
That's
being
where
honest.
yeah, that's where I was going with this.
Yeah.
Favorite criminal?
If you're
Man,
here
Oh,
and
no.
you're listening
Actually,
to me
yeah, no,
consistently, I might as well be.
Favorite crime spree of history. Have you got a favorite crime spree? Because I'm fascinated with Al Capone's
The
shit from like the
LA
20s. Like how he was just able to get away with it as brazen as he was. Like he would literally just stand. He would talk to cops and just be like, "Yeah, I'm committing fraud. Do something about it." I mean, he ended up, getting caught, but not for what he was doing the crimes. It's
Right.
like, and then he was treated like fucking royalty in Alcatraz.
My
Weird.
out-the-mouth answer was going to make me sound like a psychopath.
I mean,
Okay.
I
The
just
North Hollywood shootout.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
That's fine.
that's a fascinating one. Yeah.
A
It
lot
is.
of interesting gun legislation came about because of that,
Mm-hmm.
and the existence of not just SWAT but regular officers being able to carry AR-15s and higher caliber rifles. That changed across the nation policy-wide because of that shootout. Things like body armor and high caliber munitions were more closely regulated as a result, and it kind of poured into Reagan's NFA,
Yeah,
which
that whole part
kind
of
of
his
took everything with a
Yeah.
giggle switch off the menu.
Yeah.
So so my answer does make me sound like a psychopath, but the North Hollywood shootout had very interesting repercussions.
No, but
Yeah.
that's what I asked.
That-
It's like,
that's what makes it
yeah, stuff that
interesting.
Yeah.
you're interested in, like
Yeah.
crimes that are just like, oh, that's
yeah,
huh.
yeah.
Like
If I had said
you-
Columbine, you would have been like,
Right.
Well, no, if you would have said
Well-
that, I would have been like, okay, in what way?
Well,
Yeah.
it's also
because the
ri-
psychology of those boys,
not
is
just the
whoa.
psychology, but these. Don't forget that the kids who perpetrated the Columbine shooting, they created an entire layout of their school in a Doom map that they
Yeah.
made at home on their computer, so they
Yep.
could practice
Uh,
shooting. up
what
the
is it?
school.
MyHome.wad.
Yeah,
was
MyHome.wad.
inspired by that. It was a horror game.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It's
No,
not based
no,
off
no,
of
no,
like.
no, not My House. My House Wad is a completely different
Oh,
animal.
it's- oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
but the
There
pack,
is one.
The pack file that they had originally used does not exist anywhere anymore that we know of,
Okay, well,
except
that's
for
good.
in an FBI archive
Yeah,
somewhere.
probably.
But there are copycats that were released that was basically the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably what I heard then. Yeah, because it was Reddit, so you can't really.
My
like,
House
trust
Yeah.
Wad
any of
is
that.
a fucking wild horror map, dude.
Terrifying.
That one's weird. It's
I
a
just-
psychological horror on in itself. And someone just went, yeah, because you wouldn't. It's like old school Doom modding.
Yeah,
It would
I
have been
just-
like, you know how Grandma would have had that stupidly old fucking computer that she played RuneScape on? That's
Yeah,
what
it's
you would
in
be.
it's in the other room.
Yeah, that's what you'd be playing
Nice.
Doom on, bro.
Yeah, I just recently bought the entire. Well, so like over just this past winter, every Doom game was like it was packaged together and then slashed by like 60%.
Nice.
So I got every Doom game for like $30,
Nice.
and I'm playing through them for the first time because I played Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
But I never had Doom because my parents Catholic and whatnot. They were like, Wolfenstein is hyper violent and we're not getting you any more of those games until Halo came out. But it was like aliens and purple
But then you
blood.
were,
so-
then you
I
were
was
killing the
thinking,
demon.
yeah.
So
yeah,
it's fine.
exactly. So it was fine.
Which makes no sense as to why they would say, no demon for you. No,
Right.
you're not allowed to have the hell game.
But Doom, is like literally you're going. Yeah.
anyway, back to the original topic of
Yeah.
your favorite crime spree.
Yes.
What's yours?
What?
You on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the name of the guy. But I came across a YouTube short
Okay.
because I've been going down like weird rabbit holes lately. Let's see.
Hey, look, I end up watching a whole bunch of like Youth Pastor Ryan for like
I'm very
a couple
upset.
hours because he's just funny.
Peggy Joe Tallis.
Oh, I've heard. Okay.
Peggy Joe Tallis
Okay.
is a
I've heard that name.
string of bank robberies,
Okay.
and he would cross dress. And then he got away for a few of them, and then on the final one, he hopped in his car. There ended up being a cop pretty close by, and one of the bank tellers called the cops. So they were like, "Oh, like he's here right now," or whatever. So they got into a pursuit, and at the end of it, he ended up ditching his car in the parking lot of an apartment complex, and then breaking into a random apartment. And held the woman hostage for like a minute before she like got away and ran out into the arms of the cops. And then by the time the cops were like, okay, she's clear, get her over there, now go. And they all ran inside to get him, and he was already dressed up as the woman who he just broke into her apartment. He just threw on a bunch of her clothes.
Okay.
I mean, that's one way of trying to evade police. I mean,
So
Yeah.
he's going the disguise route, the fucking Pink Panther shit.
Distance.
Banks. 31-year-old Cameron, he walks into the first bank and does a note job. Hands a note demanding money. Clearly a dude. Hairy knuckles, deep voice. They give him some amount of money. He throws the money in his purse. Mrs. Doubtfire escapes. Gets away with it. Amazing. 3 days later, same
escapes.
dude,
I like
still
that.
in ladies' clothing, goes into a credit union. He points a semi-automatic pistol at the teller. Says, "Give me all your money."
Yeah,
Robert
your
puts the money and
bat's
then runs
backwards.
off. The next day,
What?
goes back to the first bank. This time cleverly disguised as a man. Points a pistol at the teller. Makes her put the money in the bag. Another employee calls
This
the
guy.
cops. He gets his
It's a
money.
woman
and he takes
disguised
off,
as a
gets in his
man.
Mercedes. Police
Not a
hot
man
pursuit.
disguised as a
And
woman.
he bails out in an apartment complex. Runs out on foot, firing shots at the cops. He forces
Firing
himself
shits at the
inside
cops.
a woman's apartment and goes running back into her bedroom. The deputies, they go right in and rescue the woman. And they begin clearing the apartment. They finally make it back to the woman's bedroom and they find Cameron. He had changed into the lady's clothing. They place him under arrest. How
That's
much time are you
wild.
gonna give Cameron 25.
Yeah, that's wild.
Peggy Joe Tallis.
Oh my god.
that might be the wrong name. I just kind of grabbed the first one that popped up from my Google search.
Peggy Joe Tallis, right here. I'm on the Wikipedia. Says it was a woman who dressed as a man to commit robberies.
That does make more sense
That,
with
yeah.
what they were saying.
But yeah, because
Yeah.
they were saying
She
Cameron,
committed
so I'm gonna go with
suicide
Cameron.
by cop after the police caught up to her, escaping
yeah.
the scene of her final bank robbery in 2005.
Oh, 2005.
2005.
God damn.
Shit. That was actually pretty recent.
Tyler,
Yeah,
Texas.
That's what I was picturing.
Oh,
okay,
great.
Tyler, Texas.
Okay.
Tyler, Texas. Yeah,
Mhm.
that
no
makes sense.
particular
Yeah,
reason.
East Texas kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Good old Texas.
that's where I was pulled over.
Nice.
Yeah,
Lovely.
yeah. I almost went to jail. No, that was what back in Holmberg's episode. I mentioned that
Oh,
I
yeah,
almost
yeah.
went to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it was. It was in Tyler, Texas.
I had a grandpa that lived in Kyle, Texas, before he moved down to Corpus Christi, and then died. And now he's
And then died.
died.
And now he's in the ground.
And
Now he's in a wall.
Oh,
They walled
mausoleum
him.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cremated,
Cremate me.
or
Cremated.
cremated.
Cremate me,
Yeah.
turn my ashes into bricks, and build a small house out of my remains.
Yeah,
Okay.
No,
I can honor that for you.
What?
that's a lot of effort.
No, see,
Skill issue.
Yeah. I'm also not a carpenter, so
That's not.
It's
the fucking
masonry.
profession.
That's I was gonna say that's not even right. But
You had.
and we're the ones who've been smoking.
Don't.
it's been a long 4-day weekend for me already.
I'm drunk and stupid.
Haven't had anything to drink.
Ooh, nice.
Haven't had anything to drink.
Here, change that.
No, I'm good.
Squishy, squishy. Swishy,
No,
swishy.
no. I'm saving it. You know why I'm saving it? Because Monday, Tony and I are going on a bike ride.
Oh, nice.
So
the wind down.
the wind down.
The wind down.
I want you to suck a fart out of my ass and
Hold it like a bong.
hit.
Yeah, no.
Hold it like a bong rip.
Pick a spot, you're all ass. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I'm not all farts, so you're gonna have to pick one hole.
Your left eye socket.
That's not where the fart comes from.
I'm gonna fuck your tear
you make
duct.
it.
Promise.
Yes. My penis is that small.
Hard to imagine it's one of those.
I was waiting for the penis joke to come rolling in. I was waiting for it.
I'm imagining it to be one of those like teeny tiny pick tools that you use to clean out the gunk between your computer keys.
No, it's
No.
a lobotomy needle.
Oh my god.
There
God
you
damn
go.
it, I
It's an
flubbed it.
ice pick?
Lobotomy needle.
nice pick.
Lobotomy.
Basically.
It's the same
but
thing.
thinner.
Lobobster.
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 My nuts look like the plumb bob on the end of it, like the little wooden handle. Yeah, they're so close together.
Looks like a baby's arm holding an apple.
Yeah.
Lobster lobotomy could make an
Hot
interesting
damn.
band name.
That would make an
Yeah.
interesting band name.
My friends
Lobster
are
lobotomy.
actually have a band called Lobster Euro Shack.
Lobster lobotomy, but you play like a
Lobster
bunch
Euro
of,
Shack. Well, they were Lobster Pudding Shack,
ooh.
and now they're Lobster Euro Shack because all the members really love euros and Greek food.
Oh.
Not
For some
Euro.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking the European currency for some reason.
No,
Euro.
I said euro, not euro. Come on.
Very similar.
He's
I
stupid.
mean,
you gotta
yeah.
remember that.
Also
It's
that-
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Not Leviosa, it's Leviosa. It's Leviosa. It puts the Leviosa in the basket.
Jesus Christ.
A crossover we never want to see.
I don't know.
The Silence of the Philosopher's Stone.
Okay, but there was a
It depends
really.
on who's in the pit.
It's Ron. It's Ron.
It's
It's
Ron.
Ron.
It's Ron.
It's Ron.
He's in the pit.
Of course, it's Ron.
Fucking
Please let me out of here.
Pettigrew put him there.
Ha.
It was the rat, you know?
Yeah.
They went five books without them realizing Peter Pettigrew was his fucking rat.
Yeah.
And then when that happened, I was like, oh, there's a lot of implications to that shit.
Yeah.
Like, ah!
Yeah. Yeah. Why the rat would just disappear for like a week at a time for no reason and then mysteriously pop back up in his bed or whatever. Like,
Exactly.
it was never seen on that fucking map? Never once?
never
Okay.
once seen
Anyway.
on the map.
Anyway.
And then when it was, and then actually when it was a set of human feet, and they were like, "The fuck?" And then they were like, "Oh," and then everyone was like, "Oh." And then-
Must you?
Must you?
Must you?
I'll turn you up. Here,
Elon,
go.
must
Go.
you?
Oh.
Oh.
There you go.
If we had any listeners, they're gone now.
Thank you very much.
No, but we did gain a new audience.
will be here all week.
Not
The
sure
ones
that's an
who watch
audience we want.
porn for the mouth noises.
God.
No.
I met
No.
someone who was like that.
Weird.
I wasn't their friend for too long.
I could imagine.
Unsurprisingly, yeah.
Every 2
This is,
seconds they were trying to.
No,
I
it's
hate
just,
it.
If someone says they relax to the mouth noises of porn,
you're just not.
What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Come
Like
on.
ASMR is supposed to be relaxing, whatnot. You just sit there and you just enjoy the sounds
So what
and
are you
whatnot.
just like
But-
sitting there waiting for your chub to get hard while you imagine someone's fucking
No,
dick
s-
getting licked?
No,
What's
see
going
that.
on?
No, see that's the thing. You just feel relaxed by the sounds of a blowjob.
Yeah.
It's not that you feel any sexual elation from it, or even
It's
like.
ASMR.
Yeah, it's ASMR. You fall asleep to the sounds of.
Call Cottontail. This could be an untapped market.
Jesus Christ.
She'd do it too.
I know.
Well, you know,
Well, you know,
I guess Pornhub will have a new subcategory.
Yes, they
I'm sure it
will.
exists.
it probably
does.
I am
somewhere.
so
ASMR.
sure that it exists.
ju-
The porn ASMR.
I would
am,
really
I'm gonna
love.
look it up
I would
right
Yeah,
now.
love
let's
for
look
there
it
to
up.
be like
I'm
a
checking
controversy.
right now.
I would love for there to be a controversy where it turns out that like half the sex videos that use ASMR, they're used for ASMR, are just some fuckhole stirring macaroni with a big spoon.
Yeah, right. It's
Yeah.
ADR. It's just replaced audio, and it's
Yeah.
just mac and cheese.
Yep.
Mac and cheese.
Ugh.
Right.
Okay.
uh,
God damn it. I can't even move past that. I actually had something to bring up today, and now it's just like, nah, I
and
don't
then
care
it
anymore.
just- yeah.
You're a
Thi-
fuck
thi-
ass.
thi- things that your body does that just piss you off. Like,
Things that
there's
make
no
you go,
ASMR
Yeah.
for porn.
No,
Dude, no.
yes, there is. I've seen
I'm
it.
sure that I've seen videos titled that, but there's no category on Pornhub for it.
No,
Which-
there's not a
change that.
legitimate category, but I have stumbled across or been given. You might have sent one to me.
you send some weird shit sometimes.
Where it was just like, oh,
But-
this lady breaks into, like, this anime character breaks into a house and to rob it, but then it's like, oh, the guy's there and she becomes enamored instantly, and then it's just an
So
entire
hentai.
video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a- yeah.
But it's just one photo the entire time, and then like the girl being like,
Oh, okay.
oh no, you're
It's
so
one of those
attractive."
still-
Never
That's
fucking
right.
heard
Yeah.
of this shit.
That just sounds like roleplay.
Yeah,
It
Like,
does.
Yeah.
It's
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 just
a
roleplay,
very
but
popular subcategory of hentai.
Yeah.
Basically it's just like slice of life, whatever.
sure. If that's what we
Yeah.
want to call it, I think that's.
I'll slice your life.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
that's
fine.
not. No, there's a
What I'm
Japanese
hoping
term
for.
for it, and it's like very loosely related, but it's like everyday activity leads to sex, and there's a name for that.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so sometimes they go to extremes, like someone robbing a house, and all of a sudden,
Here's
fucking
porn.
happens.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a weird one, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's fucking weird.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of weird things on the internet.
Yeah, and you want to tell me we have
Like this
the
podcast.
fucking shit story, man? Like this
Like this
motherfucker
podcast.
watching dude rocking a turd out of his ass. at
Was it
Mach
a dude?
5.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that was a dude.
You didn't specify.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know because I couldn't.
Oh, that's
all
right.
I saw
I
was
remember now.
the ass
Right.
I remember
rise
now.
up, and then just a couple of moans.
Just
Yeah. So I couldn't really tell.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of baritone lady. I don't know.
Someone
As-
rocketed
but someone-
fucking
yeah.
shit out of their ass like at Mach 5, and that is a thing that will be
Mach
for
5.
yeah,
everything
but
will
like,
be
but
ingrained in our
perfectly
brain
arced
forever.
right into the toilet. Just bloop.
which is so.
It has to be a
ridiculous.
man. That
Yeah.
accuracy is too good for anyone other than someone who worked the artillery corps.
And here's also why. Here's also why. Right. You know, here-
Yeah, you know I'm right.
God damn it!
you guys haven't seen it, but there were no decorations
Oh, yeah,
or
no, of course.
anything whatsoever on
That
any
is
of the
like
walls.
I fucking
so it
rented
has
a
to be
room.
a dude. Yeah.
I rented a room at fucking Motel 6 and made sure that it looked pretty before I shat in there.
Check
Even
your kidneys.
Motel 6 has like wallpaper or
Oh,
like a painting hanging on the wall. This was just like white walls, so it was probably just some dude in an empty apartment.
Yeah, so that's what, yeah.
Bro
Yeah, just
probably
plain white
went to a
walls.
showing or had the key and was like, I'm going to make a video in this very nice for sale
Yeah.
apartment room.
People
know what?
do that.
You know what? That's the story that I'm gonna make in my head. It was a realtor.
That's even better. Yes! His name is Jeremiah.
Yeah, and that was his side business.
No,
was-
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Let's
Yeah,
right.
well, as soon as you said Jeremiah, I was like, no, that doesn't fit. That's not the man.
What do you think? You think it was more of a Randall?
No, his name was
No,
Kobe.
because that's no.
Kobe. Yeah. Kobe.
Colby.
I was gonna say it has to be
Colby, and his last name is also a first name. Because he's a nepo baby.
Johnson.
Hello, Vended. Anyway,
Shout out to Jay and Pepe.
shout out to Jay and Pepe.
The obligatory every episode shout out.
Yeah.
At least
The
once.
insinuation that they're nepo babies really got me though.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Seriously.
I'm pretty sure, if anything, they're anchor babies, but we're not going to talk about that.
You say that like it'll save them.
Yeah.
This is Trump's America now. Nothing
Yeah,
will
we-
save them.
Yeah,
Nothing will
really.
save me.
We can't.
You're white. You're going to be
white as
fine.
fuck, dude. You're fine.
I will show you the generational photo of my family, and you'll be like, "Where did these Hispanics come from?"
The only thing
so
Hispanic
strange,
about
dude.
you is your mustache.
Okay, I shit you not. You look at this picture. It's myself, my dad, my grandfather, and my great grandfather, and I just look like the baby they fucking kidnapped.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Traded
so you're
2 packs of
fine.
smokes and a 20 spot behind the
Exactly.
7-Eleven.
My origin story, and I just
Okay.
don't realize it. Because that's his origin story.
That's my origin story according to my father.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You just got handed off to someone?
No, he traded 2 packs of smokes and $20 for me.
Oh, really? So he just bought you off the black market?
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro
That's
was like, I don't
fun.
wanna
Which
put
I
the
know
effort
is a
into
lie
this.
because I've seen photos of him when he was a teenager, and it's like it's the same person.
You look
His
like
ears
him
are just
now.
I was
shut
gonna
up.
say.
I know. I know. I'm aware. He just has bigger ears than I do. And he can actually grow a goddamn beard, okay? Like I cannot.
You got a nice goatee, though.
The goatee, awesome. Mustache,
goatee, yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Beard,
See, I'm growing-
nah.
I'm-
And then there's
I'm doing
me.
mustache
I have no
thing.
sideburns.
I'm doing the mustache thing, and all of a sudden, I look like I'm in fucking Glassjaw or something. Like I'm in some indie band.
You look like
It's just-
You are in an indie band.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You're in 5
There you go.
indie bands.
I'm in. Yeah.
You look like you recreationally drive a Peterbilt in trailer with nothing in it.
I've considered it.
That's how. That's just how you transport your kidnap victims across state lines.
Correct.
Where did this episode go?
I look
Okay,
like
been
a,
10 minutes.
No, because this is a great roundabout back to what our original topic was of our favorite. I'm so sorry, buddy, about our favorite crimes and shit. Because that reminds me, there's a shocking number of X-rays that come out of Border Patrol that just have people shoved into places they shouldn't be in trunks.
Oh, yeah.
It's shocking.
Oh yeah.
not just in trunks.
wild.
I've seen where people like they will put someone in the dashboard.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
they will just remove the whole dash, take a lot of the electronics out, and remove like the glove box like
What the
mechanics,
fuck?
Yeah.
and then shove someone in there.
Yep.
And then drive from like Caracas and like all the way north.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
wild.
Yeah.
Isn't that hot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's some
They're
people
trying to
have
get the fuck
died
out of the
in those
Yeah.
situations because I mean, you think about you remove all of that stuff, you're up against the firewall of
Right.
the engine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was
So
thinking.
it's like
Jesus
they-
Christ.
Yeah.
You got to poke some holes in it
So
for a
what's
little
your
bit.
what's your favorite
Yeah.
crime spree, Noodle?
Or your favorite criminal, like
Who's
what
your favorite
what has
criminal?
intrigued? Like okay, so here's you're in high school or so, you're sick on a Saturday morning, and A&E is on, and it's a crime show, like.
I listen to so much true crime like podcasts and like YouTubers and stuff that I know
Basic.
goddamn shut the
kidding.
fuck up. Goddamn every crime that's ever happened in the last 2
Glass of wine.
You shut the fuck up.
Let her get the fucking sentence out.
We can make fun of her in 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's. We roasted
I'm
each
kidding.
other.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Go.
No.
True crime.
Okay. Well,
True crime.
No, it's just one that always sticks in my brain is that psychopath who I think his wife's name was Shannon and his name was Chris Watson, and he killed his wife the morning that she came back from a road trip with her friend or something like that, and then he took her and his 2 daughters and he stuffed them into like some sort of like concrete silo that on a construction site that he was working on. And, like, he was the only one working on that specific area, so he was just going to seal them up. Well, he did. And, like, that was it. But her best friend was the one who I was actually investigating and, like, trying to provide proof. And, like,
put the
this
pieces
man is
together, yeah.
abusive. And there was a lot of cameras, like, Ring camera footage and stuff from their neighbors of like the way he was pulling into the garage really fucking weird. Like there was so much evidence of like why and how did you ever think you were going to get away with something like this?
Right.
And
yeah.
that one
but,
just is like he was so stupid.
Oh,
how-
okay.
So that's why it sticks in my brain. Of like,
Right.
you could not be any more dumb about what
when
the
you
fuck
said
you
Chris,
just
I
did.
thought you were gonna talk about Chris Benoit because that one fucking sticks. With
That
me.
one.
I mean,
well,
there's older ones that are super crazy, like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
women when they weren't allowed to get divorced from their husbands, and there were like people creating
Yep.
poisons.
The lady who killed what's
like
his
the
name?
30s to the 60s.
the
Yeah,
dude
yeah.
who,
that there was like
Phil
one lady
Hartman.
who was responsible for killing like hundreds of men because she
Oh,
was
the
providing.
the lady who was killing people at the assisted suicide facility, or not
No,
the
No,
the
those
assisted
are-
living
No,
facility.
this is
Illicit, yeah.
decades ago. This is
okay,
like,
so this
yeah.
this is.
There's been there. I know who you're talking about.
You
There's
don't
been
listen to
several of
anything I
them.
fucking said.
No, there was one. I know who you're talking about. I think.
No.
No.
Okay, it's back when women couldn't divorce their husbands.
Yes.
And they were being severely abused and taken advantage of and all this shit. There was a lady who would create like tinctures and poison that was undetectable at the time. We would be able to detect it now during autopsies. And she would sell this little poison to women who just needed to get the fuck out of their situations. And then all of a sudden, in this fairly not super densely populated area of like a bunch of men dying. I think
But it was
got
like
up to,
rather affluent area, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was like upper middle class kind
It
of
was,
thing. Yeah.
yeah.
And then a whole bunch of like important men started dying. And it's like, what the
And
fuck?
it was a lot. I want to say it was like close to like 50 that she was technically responsible for, but she didn't actually kill anybody.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds like suppressed media because I've never fucking heard of that.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I thought you were talking about the lady who was working at the assisted living home
Oh, I
who
know
got
about
away
that
with
one.
killing like 300 fucking people.
I know
Was it
about
the
that
Poison
one.
Queen?
Yeah, probably.
Was it Giulia Tofana? She was
Yes,
in
yes.
she was Italy. It was in Italy. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, that's why you haven't heard about it.
correct.
You don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about Italy.
Correct.
Tofana, Agua Tofana, Tofana's water, a poison
Yes,
that was
yes.
particularly used against wealthy men.
that one.
Yeah.
That lady.
The only good thing that ever
Yeah.
came out of Italy was when they hung Benito Mussolini upside down in the street.
Pretty badass.
Especially
There was a
because
lady
they
killing a
didn't
bunch of
just
men.
they did not just elect
There was a
Pope
book?
Pizzaballa.
There was a book written about it.
Stop it.
A Tincture of
Pizza
Murder
Ball.
by Donna Fletcher.
Pizzaballa. Stop it. Pizzaballa.
I'm gonna have to read that.
I'm gonna get that for you for your
Put it in my
birthday.
hand.
Oh, thank you. My birthday's in October.
Perfect. My dad's birthday is in October too,
Nice.
so that'll be easy for me to remember.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because I am terrible. I am terrible with two things when I meet people and I'm getting to know people:
Names and dates.
birthdays and names.
Yep.
Same.
I'm just
Same. Yeah.
I couldn't remember my best friend's birthday for like 4 years. I'd be like, I know it's in December, but what day?
I've been best friends with my buddy. I'm not gonna say his name, but since since we were 6.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently realized that his birthday is actually February 17th and not the 21st.
Oh God.
Nice.
Super cool.
I had been like hanging out with him on the 21st for decades now.
He let
And
you
then
believe
yeah,
that.
yeah, he just let. But hey, there you go.
Like, yeah, whatever.
He just figured you were late with your gift every year.
Basically, yeah, he was just
well,
like,
this is
I
when he
just-
has time.
yeah.
Like, here, happy birthday. Ha 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 ha.
And now it's just a thing that you do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
It
it.
just
Running
kept
gag.
fucking up. Yep.
Yeah.
But
I
I,
had
mean,
a train
that-
of thought and it was completely gone. Damn.
you had a train of thought. What was it, like a CSX? Are we talking like
No, it was
Thomas?
definitely a
cross-country
Pacific
diesel?
Union.
A Pacific Union?
I
Was
love
it
Pacific-
shunter?
Yeah.
Nice.
Of course. Yeah.
Of course, it's a shunter. Those are the most fun.
That's great.
What am I
I have
turning
no
into James
we're
fucking May
we're-
from Top Gear?
We're
Like,
train-tistic.
I
Sorry.
don't know. My suggestion was Thomas.
You're military-tistic. What are you talking
We're
about?
being train-tistic right now.
Okay.
Thomas the fucking tank engine.
I actually like the fat controller. Thank you very much.
What?
Trump
fat
is the bone
controller.
engine.
Oh.
Ah,
That's who runs the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voiced by Ringo Starr.
I actually really like Thomas the
Only-
thermonuclear bomb.
Ringo did it after George Carlin, right?
No,
Or
it was the other way around.
The other way around? Okay.
Ringo was the first one who did it.
Carlin.
And then George Carlin took over in the 90s.
Mr. Conductor.
Mr.
Mr. Conductor.
That was a wild thing to get
George
for-
Carlin to do?
Well, the reason he had to do it is because he got arrested, and that was like his
Community service.
community
whatever.
service.
It was his parole.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wild.
Yeah. Yep. He did it after going to rehab. And then he just loved it, so he kept doing it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I get to talk about how the world is bullshit, and then I get to tell kids the world's maybe not going to be so bullshit when they grow
Yeah.
up. But now the world is bullshit anyway.
No,
God, I would love to hear his thoughts on today's world.
I tried to
man.
warn you
God.
bastards about
You
this
can't-
shit 40 years
Yeah.
ago.
He really did too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I turned into
Ian
Casey
Thomas.
Kasem for a second.
If you go back and you watch the episode, it's like episode 3 or 4 in the first in the 4th season. It's on the small island off of Sodor, so it's the smaller trains and whatnot.
Okay.
There's an entire episode where a curmudgeonly old train is just bitching about the bullshit changing, and the whole time George Carlin, as he's narrating, is just like, this old man is an asshole, don't be like this old man.
Oh shit.
Just the whole fucking thing is just
That didn't make it
Yeah.
to air though. That's got to be a B-side.
no, he didn't say that. He was like doing it in kids'
yeah.
language.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay.
But like the whole episode is literally
Here we
like,
have an
just be
outdated piece of
yourself.
technology.
Don't judge people for what they like.
Yeah. He's like,
Didn't
don't
they
be like
fucking
this
seal
guy.
him into a wall?
They sealed him into a
Yeah,
wall because
they-
he made a racist comment
Yeah.
against the Sodor trains.
I remember that. Yeah.
He was just like, the train said something along the lines of like, he basically said he called the other Sodor trains big wheels in a very like racist way, and they sealed him in a. They were like, all right, we're done with you. Like we're sealing you
Oh
away.
my God.
You
Yeah.
have been exiled
Yeah.
to the
Oh my
wall.
God.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's like
Come one with our fortifications.
then there's a
I'm
time
not
lapse.
going to reconnect to the tracks because I don't want to be next to those big wheels.
Yeah, and
Those
then there's a time
fucking
lapse.
big wheels.
Yeah,
So
there's a time lapse
fucking
of George
funny, dude.
Carlin is sitting there and it's like, and look at how sad and miserable this train is.
I see,
He's
I've
getting
seen
rained
that.
on and the roof caves in and then nobody remembered his name less than 5 years later.
I've seen that as like
Thomas,
a.
I haven't heard that name in 5 years.
I've seen the clips or like that of those words with the picture of the
Yep.
little guy in the wall as like a meme format. And it's about how America is on fire.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
God, I
Yeah.
love that show so much. Yeah, it is very much
Thanks,
like
George Carlin.
it's very much, late 80s, early 90s kid show. So it's very dumbed down and simple,
Yeah.
but like there are some visuals and like just gags and shit that they do in that show that are fucking brilliant and they still stand up.
Do you think George Carlin became a ghost or did his spirit pass on?
Oh, it passed the fuck on.
Oh,
He was
that
done.
dude.
He's on Mars building sandcastles to fuck with the
Aw.
rover. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Look, if he didn't become Mr. Manhattan like after,
Oh, yeah.
like
100%.
ascend to the next dimension.
Bet
Yeah.
your fucking ass that I am going to go to Mars and fuck with the rover when I die. If I've got unfinished business on this planet, fuck
Fuck
the
this
rest
planet,
of you
yeah.
bitches.
Well-
I'm going
fuck
off
this.
planet.
At that time, Elon and his fucking 15 children, who doesn't even know who the mothers are, will be living there, and
Well,
you'll
it's
just
perfect.
XE/34.
I literally just have to haunt the communications
Exactly.
tube of some jackass going to Mars and literally watch as the first ghost starts to haunt their asses on
Yeah.
a planet they shouldn't be on.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we about to write a book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
let's
That'd
do
be great.
it.
That'd be fucking
The
awesome.
Haunting of Mars.
Yeah, and it's just about a dude who dies.
Mars
Like
Volta.
some fucking stoner bastard dies and decides, I'm gonna go fuck with the Martian colonists.
I would love it if we just get to like pick on Elon and his fucking shitty family. Specifically, though, they'll.
I mean, to be totally
more of,
honest,
like a
We'll
commune.
call him Schrollen.
But
Right, but like we can. I personally can spend an hour just shitting on Elon
yeah,
Musk.
Well, sure.
So
Like,
we'll just whisper bullshit in his ear while he sleeps at night, and he'll wake up wondering why he's so insecure and hates his life, and why
Maybe
he thinks
that's where he
he's
gets all of his
killing
crazy
himself.
ideas
That's
from.
literally what happened when he was trying to play fucking like Starfield. I think he was.
Yeah,
trying,
it was.
He was trying to
no,
play.
Yes.
Path of Exile.
Oh yeah, he was trying to play Path of Exile, and fucking
And
a
he
bunch
was
of
dying on
a
the
bunch of people
yeah.
came on and were like, "You have no friends and nobody
Yeah.
likes you. Even your children won't remember
Yeah.
who you are."
Yeah.
He was
That was
streaming.
amazing.
He was streaming from his private jet on Starlink to try and show how good it was.
Mm-hmm.
But he was playing his boosted character and dying in the first room of the first dungeon, like over and over and over again.
Like a jackass.
Yep. I watched that stream. I found a
Oh, that's
channel
amazing.
that clipped it all
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
before he deleted it, and I watched the whole hour of him just getting shit on.
It's
So pathetic,
It-
dude.
It's
It's
really sad what happens
Like-
when you give an autistic kid with money free will. You need. I'm.
You're
I'm-
next on
I'm-
the block.
Listen, I get it. But
He's
like,
a nepo baby who was never told
it's-
no. Like
that's
Yeah.
my
that's
point.
not autism. That's
No,
just
but he is definitely
He
on
is
the
autistic,
spectrum,
though.
but
Oh,
he is
probably,
like the kind
yeah.
of kid that's like, I can do whatever I want. I can literally do whatever I want. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
I'm gonna bar
Say
Twitter.
whatever I want.
I'm going to burn down Twitter and
then-
then make it better.
And then
All
someone
of
says
my
that's a bad
followers-
idea, and he goes, "You're making fun of me."
Yeah, it's literally.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
It's-
Yep.
It's the special needs kid. Someone gave him fucking tech training and money.
I can't get over how fucking stupidly hilarious it is. He's like, Twitter's free speech, say whatever you want, blah, blah, blah.
And
then he bans people.
And then for picking on him, yeah. He's like, no, you can't say that. That's mean. You're hurting my feelings. It's like, what
Yeah.
did you fucking expect was going to happen?
What do you
douche?
fucking expect? You're a douchebag on the internet for free, and
Yeah.
you've got a fucking forehead so large you could land a 747 on it, yet you can't take the fucking heat when it's dished out your way.
Yeah.
Yep.
My favorite thing was recently he was like, he was lightly threatening death, like to people and whatnot, and then someone came on and was just like, "You have no friends," or like, "Your daughter hates you,"
Yeah.
and then he went on CNN and cried.
Yes.
He was just like, "Yes, he did." I don't understand why people are so mean to me. It's like
Literally,
you
the
just
next
wish the
day.
death upon the entire like crowd of people.
Yeah.
And,
So-
like
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
just brilliant.
Idiocracy was a documentary.
Did you see it? I want to know Luke Wilson's opinion on what's
Dude,
going on.
He's got to
Yeah.
be like,
Like,
holy
yeah.
shit! I literally acted this 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's probably having some sort of existential crisis. He's
sure
like, did
he
I make
is.
this happen?
Probably.
No,
That's the
no
fuck I would
way,
feel.
bro.
If Mike Judge is not cowering in a corner right now,
Also
because
that. Also
Mike
that.
Judge is
Yeah.
living the high life on mushrooms right now, and that's why Common Side Effects came out.
Ooh.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that
Okay.
tracks.
Uh,
That fully tracks.
Yeah, he's
that
like,
bro
I'm
is
living
like-
in my own creation.
Dude,
Like,
yes.
I might as well just get
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
He's telling the people who have been following his work, if you want to make it through this, you're gonna need more help.
I'm so glad I'm microdosing these days.
This motherfucker over here is eating a bag of mushrooms every 3 days.
Well, not every 3 days. I take like 2 gummies and go to sleep. And,
Every 3 days.
It's not much.
and I sleep so soundly. Holy
I think you
shit.
should take
Like,
a
just-
handful and put them in a blender and then drink it.
I was considering that for like one of these weekends that I don't have to actually do anything.
Like you just
I mean, we
freeze
could take a
it.
weekend off.
You gotta freeze it
No,
so
no,
it gets
not
hard.
from this. I would
Oh.
love to be fucked on shrooms on this podcast. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
We need a
I'm surprised I
trip
haven't done it yet.
Oh my god, we
No.
would need it. Yes.
No,
would.
I've done shrooms enough and at
Shrooms.
like at a
I-
large
I-
enough
yes.
dosages that I can handle myself on that.
Same. Like, I have hallucinated way too many times in my life to have somebody sober around, like, taking care of me. It would make me more uncomfortable than anything. I'd be like, why are you looking at me?
We're all gonna get fucked up.
Stop it.
We're gonna do a fucked up episode.
You're not
Yeah.
in my headspace.
See,
Go
I
away.
can eat
I-
like 3 or 4 of the
mushroom tea.
gummies and be totally like fully flucid.
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 Lucid.
Flucid.
Lucid is the word you were looking for.
Fluidity.
I was gonna say
Flucid.
fluid and lucid at the same
Flucid.
time.
Flucid.
Yeah, so flucid.
Congratulations,
You know what?
you've
I'm just-
created a new fucking word.
Yeah.
You've actually
we're all
created a
about.
new fucking word.
Hey,
I would
congratulations.
Like to,
I love it.
Literally.
I think
Flucid.
Flucid.
I do it at least once a day.
Yeah.
Hell
And every
I did it with
morning.
Kajamathan and everyone hated me.
Kajamathan, yeah.
Kajamathan Harmonica Margarita, my son.
My
son. Look what they did to my boy.
Look at what they did to my boy. Look at what they did.
I have abandoned my boy!
They took him away from me.
No, I love yelling Daniel Day-Lewis quotes from There Will Be Blood
Huh?
in non-related situations. Like
Okay.
at the end when he's screaming, "I have abandoned my child. I
Yeah.
have abandoned my boy." I say that about like if I drop a joint.
Okay, that is totally something.
my child!
Yeah, that's totally me energy.
Yeah, love
Yeah.
it.
I've been swearing at inanimate objects a lot. Like if I'm coming up to the back of the house, if I'm coming home from work,
Yeah.
and I pull my keys out and I go to put it in the thing and I just don't, and I boot and then they fall, I just go, "You slut!"
Yeah. Okay, no, that's me. That's me, though.
Piccadilly whore.
When I clock out from work at my little machine and it goes bing, time record recorded or whatever, I go and flip it off really aggressively and then walk away. Like it just
Shut up.
it makes me feel better. I don't know why. I'm like, fuck yes, I get to leave.
Elderly in my house have a very bad habit of closing the laundry room door, which is just one door until the garage door.
Yeah.
The garage door is dead bolted. There's
Okay.
no reason to actively keep that door closed. Yet they do anyway. There's a motion sensor on it. So every time I go out, I hear bing bong. So I started to do bing bong.
Fuck
and
your life.
Yeah, literally, yeah. That's literally, I go, bing bong, fuck your life.
Yeah, he doesn't know
Fuck
Bing
you.
Bong Fuck Your Life,
What do
and I
you
can't
mean?
find the original
Okay,
video.
I fucking know where it is, and I will
Yes,
send it to you the
please.
moment I have. So
Send it to me
what
too.
it
I don't know
is,
what. Yeah, Bing Bong.
Bing
Yeah.
bong, fuck your
No.
life. I'm going to tell them what it is.
Do it.
Okay,
I've explained
it
the
is-
whole thing.
If you
to
have the
him, I
video, just
can't
fucking
find
play it.
It's going to
Well,
take me a minute to
It's-
find
Yeah.
it, dude.
Because
Okay.
So that- here.
I've seen a lot of like.
I kind of want to just see it.
Okay.
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 All right.
Well,
Well,
I've
so,
got a
no,
topic
You don't
that
have
we
to look
can-
at it right now.
No. Y'all.
Okay,
Y'all
okay,
get
here's
your-
the topic.
I've got
topic.
something that
gotta
that will
piss.
kill some time.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll start with you then. We'll start with Tiny Plaid Ninja.
Is
Tiny
she
Pratt
2?
and Rinja.
I think she's 2.
I'm pretty sure she's 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Had to check. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking. Do you have like a silver Sharpie or some shit? I'll just write names on here.
No, I've thought about it.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do, I think, is go and get some like painter's tape.
Blue tape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just get some because I've got to repaint. I'm gonna repaint that mask too, so that'll come in handy.
Oh yeah.
And then I found. So I did that one. I repainted it white as white prime base so that I could repaint everything over top of it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do the same thing to that one, but I found on Amazon that you can actually buy those already
Like
primed.
Ooh,
And they come
nice.
they come with really shitty paint. They come with like the little tiny canisters like you would give a 5-year-old
Yeah.
for like art project day at kindergarten.
Yeah.
They come with those little tiny fucking things and a
Yeah.
really shitty little baby thing.
Yeah,
but
baby
like
brush.
I'll go buy better paint, but you can buy them primed and white and ready to go
Oh, that's
on
rad.
the internet. So
Hell yeah. By the way, this is
oh,
what
look
I
at
was
that.
talking about. Yeah.
That is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big old breathing holes.
Yep. Exactly.
You gonna just put a? Is this how we're gonna go lightning bolt? And you're gonna
Yeah.
just put a little microphone
I'll
in
put a
here
little
somewhere?
piezo mic. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
Very nice.
Right. Cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I'm gonna cut this strap out because I don't need it because I got the belt.
Okay.
So.
I mean,
And then I'm
it's
gonna
your mask. Do
reinforce
what
the
you
belt.
want. I mean, we could just go make a new one, make a better one.
Well, I want to replace
Fucking
these because I can pop these out. I've
Chunga.
tried it. As you can tell, I pulled it back like
Yep.
right there.
Yep.
So you can pop these out and then just put another one in there because it's just slipped under.
For all of
that
our
leather.
audio listeners, we're talking about a tiny little face mask.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been debating on if we're going to start video recording all of these and dropping them on YouTube or not. Like we're still up in the air. But if we do, we're probably going to wear masks.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm gonna get
You
a
merely
mic for
adopted
like.
the darkness.
Yeah.
I was born into it, molded by it.
You merely.
Nope, lost it. Try again. Take two. Take two. Ready, go.
I gotta channel my Tom Hardy.
Okay, Mr. Krabs.
He
No.
can actually like do the voice.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I might just take these out so that I can have, so that it actually, my voice actually travels through.
You could, yeah.
Kind of thing, yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yes.
Fuck!
I
Can't
heard this.
find it.
I heard this on
to
on
check that.
another podcast a little while ago, and it's been stuck in my head for a minute. But I
Yeah.
think it's a fun little thought process,
A thought experiment.
a thought experiment. And we're gonna use this house
Okay.
for the experiment.
Okay.
Okay. You have 24 hours to hide one paperclip
Okay.
somewhere in this house.
Okay.
And after the 24 hours, FBI agents get to come into the house and
Do their sleuth.
do their sleuthing. And if they find it, you lose. Sorry.
Yeah.
Move on. If they don't find it,
Yeah.
you get $10 billion.
Okay.
That's really big stakes.
Does it have
Yeah.
to be in the house?
It has to be within the walls of the house.
So,
like,
okay, so it can't
What
be
if
like on the
I-
property but outside.
What if
it
I
has to
am
be.
within the walls of the house?
Yeah, you didn't specify that it had to be the paperclip alone.
you are removed from the house.
Okay.
You have to find somewhere for the paperclip. Is that it?
Is that the one? This is the one I remember.
No,
It
he's on
stopped.
the streets.
Oh.
The guy
This-
is in a.
You're not
in
for the
a-
streets, Priscilla.
The guy is in a black SUV.
Okay, this guy fucking.
That's funny.
He's like on a job site, and he's just like.
Yeah.
Or no, he's on a military job site because they're all wearing camo.
Wait, is that the one with the bird?
Yes.
Okay,
Bing bong.
I've seen that one.
Yeah,
So
that one's
it's-
Bing
great.
bong, fuck your life.
The only ones that I can find are people using the sound and doing their own like interviews or whatever, and I can't find the guy who is a DJ Khaled impersonator. If that helps you
Okay.
narrow down the search.
That out of everyone that you could impersonate,
It's fucking hilarious.
it's DJ Khaled.
Yeah,
Wait.
just another one. Whatever.
And what is this? It's turkey bacon. And what is this? It's potatoes. And what is this? It's toast.
He's
Is that Guy
hilarious.
No, that's
That's
a
DJ
video that
Khaled.
DJ Khaled recently put out.
I know.
It's awesome.
He's asked.
I thought
just a continental breakfast,
I
man.
thought that it was actually DJ Khaled. That's how fucking
Wow.
like it fit.
Oh shit!
I couldn't find it. I can only
I
find
know.
It's all right. We'll find it
It's
one day.
hard.
It's fine.
I'll find it and
It'll
I'll
be
send it in the Discord.
Where are you
That'd be
putting the
awesome.
paperclip? Anybody, go.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, so it's this house as it is currently,
As
right?
it is currently.
Okay, so it's a good thing we specified that because I was like, if it was still while everything was like being moved around, it would make it a little
Inside
easier.
The
Yeah.
broken compressor piece of the AC unit.
That's actually pretty good.
That's not terrible.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
That's my answer.
because they would check the AC unit, but they might not check in the compressor.
No.
They would definitely take the whole thing off and like, But yeah, like slipping it in like one of the grate,
Yeah.
like between the grates.
Just like slip it in somewhere where they can't quite see it. Does it have to retain its original form?
No.
Even better, yeah,
I
because the
would- I
condenser
would
gets really
flatten it out
cold.
straight.
It gets
Yeah.
really cold. Just lick your fingers a little bit, make it slightly wet, stick it to the inside.
Yeah.
It freezes to the condenser pipes.
They do have the ability to rip the house apart, though. So,
Well, I mean that's why I'm
luck.
getting even more specific with that because if you freeze it to the back of one of those condenser pipes, even if they take it out, they're still not going to see it unless they like flip the condenser over and take the grate covering off. Right?
It also depends on whether or not there's metal tends to be either quite angular or has a rounded flared end. So there could definitely be a lip that you could just tuck it into.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm not against that.
That's a
God,
good
don't
idea.
do that. What the? Jesus.
I love being
Trying to get me to take my pants off over here.
Well, clearly it's working.
You need to double fist
Is it?
Yes, you need to double fist it after I. Never mind.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Okay. I'm thinking I
check
would
this out.
strip a wire and feed it in and then
Jesus,
just
dude.
reattach to whatever random thing. Probably one of these thicker ones like for the mic or one of these guys.
Those are
down
to the drums.
here. I know. Silly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said what are these guys, not
said
one
Yeah,
of
one
them.
yeah,
of
one
these
of these
guys.
It took my brain a second. I'm still sleeping. I'm sorry.
It's 3 o'clock. But yeah, because
a
these
woke
have like
up
a
at 10.
silly texture on them.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't. have had my house raided before, but not outside of my bedroom though. So I don't know how intense they would go on like feeling the wires or like if they would bother wrapping them up. Because from my experience, they make more of a mess than anything.
Yeah, see, I was kind of thinking along the same route as you because I was basically thinking because you can very easily take this out.
Yeah.
Like just I've built cables like this before.
Uh-huh,
But if
yeah.
you know how to do it, you just take
Yep.
this little casing off, and then on the inside, yeah, you just basically
That's what I was
wrap
thinking,
it
yeah.
around.
Yeah, just- Yeah.
and then replace the casing, and then they're probably gonna cut the wires, but I don't think they would go in there. I don't mean
Like
to tap it.
if they would fully split the whole thing like that, I couldn't
good
see
idea,
them
yeah.
doing that because there, first of all, there's like 100 wires just in this room alone.
yeah,
And,
yeah, for real.
Like
Sorry.
they do put effort and a lot of work into looking into every single goddamn corner that they possibly could. Spend all goddamn day there. They'll come
Right.
back the next day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, they also only you get 24 hours to hide it. They get 24 hours to find it. So
Okay, well,
So
24 hours
equal,
is still
yeah.
a lot
Equal time, yeah.
because
Equal
they will
time.
bring enough people too. I mean, God, they had like 10 people
Yeah,
just
I was
in my
about-
one bedroom.
yeah.
I was about to say, is this like one
Fuck the
FBI
police.
detective, like a veteran detective, or is this like a team of newbies?
I'll say
Like,
No, it has
that
to be
that also changes where I would
the
hide
number. Let's say
it. If it's a veteran, I'm gonna get even
What
more
kind
Let
creative.
us say
crime?
it's a mixed squad of
8.
like
okay.
6 of like mixed veteran to newbie. Everyone has a different level of experience.
What are
Okay.
they searching for?
The
paperclip.
paperclip.
Just the paperclip?
Yeah,
just
like
the
there's
paperclip,
something
But-
illegal about the paperclip.
No.
I'm trying to make a picture in my head.
Yeah, I'm interpreting it.
The
It's
goal
just a
is
challenge.
the goal is
Yeah.
you
Okay.
are hiding it like a piece of crucial evidence,
Okay.
and they have to locate it. And if they fail, you get X sum of money.
Right. So it depends on like how small of an item are they. What my brain was thinking of, like, what are they actually looking for? The paperclip.
What are the
That's
variables?
fine. That's
Yeah.
the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paperclip.
Yeah. But
Okay.
as we did state, the paperclip does not need to keep its original shape. So
Correct.
you could.
So I would.
Because I was even thinking about
I would
like
just strip a wire, just fit it in there,
yeah,
reattach.
even like in the headphones, like wrapping it around the speaker.
Yeah, because
part,
they
like, inside.
they don't start destructing your property when they're searching for something, like senselessly destructing it.
Burp.
They do and don't, but like yeah, they wouldn't just start smashing your appliances and
Right.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I ask about like the makeup of like the team, because if it was a veteran and they had 24 hours,
Yeah.
pretty much
could-
anywhere you hide it, they're
Yeah.
probably gonna find it.
Right.
But if it's a
condenser.
mixed team, there's gonna be plenty of cooks in the kitchen that you can throw
Right.
them off. Yeah, that's a good fucking challenge.
What
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
we
fun.
put it right into the lining of that refrigerator door? Right.
That would be
here,
one of the
just
first
like
places
little
they
hole.
should.
Yeah,
They
that's
do
too
check that.
simple.
Yeah.
They do
Yeah.
check
Because
that.
I was also thinking like too simple would be just
In
putting
the-
it up in the vent, like just behind the vent thing. They
Yeah.
would
Just drop it
unscrew
in
that,
there.
boop, and then they would be there.
They do look there.
Then you lose your $10 billion.
Oh well.
Well, you don't lose it because you
Well,
never
you don't
had
lose it because you didn't have it. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
never fucking had it in the first place.
Yeah.
This is why my answer's the condenser.
It's not a bad answer.
It's not a bad answer.
Not at all. It's a lot of fucking effort.
Yep.
I might even try to
Maybe
hide it in
24
plain
hours.
sight, like make it look like
A
it's
binder ring?
like a binder ring or like a latch to a lockbox or
Well,
something.
What if you
Would
cut
that-
off a piece of that binder ring and then fashioned it into looking like
Would
it?
that be within the rules
Yes,
of
because
our game,
you
though?
can change the
You
shape
can change
of
the shape
paperclip.
of the paper. You cannot cut the paperclip.
Yeah,
but
you
you can
can't
you can
break
change
it
the
or-
shame of
yeah.
it.
Okay.
The shame of it.
the shame
of it.
Yeah.
The shame of it all.
I'm not awake.
Right? Because if he said it's like, oh, you could do whatever, then I would literally just chop it up into little bits and pieces
Yeah.
and then spread it across the carpet
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's
That's-
non-magnetic,
Yeah.
so you can't pick it up, and then it's just in the carpet.
Yeah.
On the carpet.
Hello, thank you for my money. Goodbye.
Godfather.
Right?
And then we disappear into a missile silo down by Tucson.
Right? Or how about I just put it in my wallet and then just walk around with the team that's in the house?
Well, I was gonna say it was
You
just
can't-
like
you're
have
removed
it
from
inside
the-
I
of
know.
the-
You gone.
It's like, but how can I break this
Tuck
game?
it into the cat's collar.
They don't
No,
wear
th-
collars.
Oh, that's
also
right.
true.
Well, they used to. That was
Tuck
ages
it into
ago.
the cat.
What?
Sounding no.
If you had a taxidermied animal, I'd say just like
Hey.
shove it in there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So another one of my ideas, unless we want to let somebody else go instead of I
No.
just start
Go
rattling
on.
off,
Do
is,
it.
like
Go on.
just put it into like a thumbtack hole that already exists in the wall and just feed it down in there and it'll just drop to the bottom and
Drop
There's
it into
there's
the wall.
plenty
Yeah.
of there's plenty of those holes up there.
exactly. There's
You just
yeah.
That's actually a great idea.
See,
It
here's-
would just be gone forever. And
here's
It
the
has
fun
to be
part, though.
within the walls, though.
Those are
Yeah,
within
that's
the
on the wall.
walls.
It is in the wall.
It's within the
yeah,
wall.
it
There's
just-
an
it can't-
exterior wall.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right.
Yeah. So it's in the wall, but it's not outside the house.
Okay. Well,
Correct.
Boom.
I thought you.
Boom.
See,
I
would
got
have
more
said that.
creative.
Okay, sure. Because I was thinking the same thing. Is well, what's stopping you from putting it in the wall? And I thought that
mean,
rule
you
was
coulda
okay.
put
Well,
it-
you could put it
you could put
through the wall.
Look, there's a wall right there.
Oh, ooh,
Okay, well, that
that's an
changes things.
That's
Yeah.
a totally inside wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing about it is, if you're gonna put it inside one of the walls, all the exterior walls have the fluff in them, and
Yeah.
all these interior walls do not have fluff in them.
Yeah. So it's easier to get it in there.
There's no forbidden cotton candy
Yeah.
in these walls. They're
Forbidden
just
candy.
just
Yeah.
the exterior of the house and the one that I share with the neighbor.
That would explain why it stays so hot.
Shut up. Feed it into the neighbor's
also
wall?
forgot
Yeah,
to
why
turn
not?
the AC on before you guys got here.
Oh no, it's fine. We also live in a desert, so I mean,
Mm.
it's gonna be hot.
Always.
What about you? Where are you putting it?
I was gonna stick it in a wall. Or
Ha.
the mount for the camera right there. Yeah, peel that off, stick it to the sticky stuff, and then stick it back on.
They would pull that off.
They would pull that off.
They'd be like, "Huh,
They
that's
do-
not attached by
Put it
screws."
Yeah, they
Put it
took
inside the
every,
GoPro.
every single thing on
One
my
of
wall
my
was on the
thoughts,
ground.
because I was looking
Yeah.
around the room, is there's a very tiny spacing in between the shelf itself and the supporting piece. So I was wondering if you could just like maybe feed it in there a little forcefully, and then it
Maybe.
would disappear.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Push it in with your credit card so they can't see it.
That's even better than the wall.
There's a hole
Yeah.
in the floor in the walk-in closet where the connecting water pipe for the shower is. It's just like a big fuck off hole that you can like get your hand in to like play with the pipes.
Oh,
So we could just like unnail the shelf from the wall, shove it down in there, nail everything back
just
together.
a little bit of tape or sticky tack, and then just reach your hand in, go as far as you can go.
Yep.
Stick it to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick it to the concrete foundation.
Yeah.
This
like
is-
on
It's
the
just-
opposite
it's-
side of like
yeah.
yeah.
If anybody in law enforcement hears this episode, they're
Oh,
just
they're
like,
gonna be
Oh,
like,
they
yeah,
know where we're
jot
hiding our
shit
drugs.
down.
Yeah.
They're making
They are
notes.
making notes. They're like,
Yeah.
holy shit, man, we got to start checking places.
Yes,
Holy fuck.
right?
It's where I keep my manifesto.
In 10 fucking years, I'm telling you, in 10 years, this episode is going to be used in like some forensics class. And they're going to be like,
Legitimately.
listen to these fucking crackheads. They're actually giving off good ideas.
And we're just a bunch of stoners who've gotten in like somewhat minor trouble here and there.
Yeah.
Well,
Too big.
yeah.
Nothing too big.
Nothing too big.
Yeah, you know.
Nothing too big.
Nothing too big.
165 pounds. That's pretty
Shooting
big.
stuff
Attempted
at-
murder.
Yeah.
No.
Firing a weapon in somebody's direction.
He shot the
No.
In his
Somewhat
defense,
minor.
he shot the car.
I did. I knew exactly
was an
where I
Autobot.
was pulling the trigger.
I know.
It was an Autobot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. It was
She
fine.
laughed, I laughed, the toaster laughed, I shot the toaster.
Yeah, exactly.
I got away with lying
Listen,
to a
it was a
Texas cop.
Prius,
so
it's
I mean,
okay.
Dude, I almost got fucking arrested by Border Patrol because I took a route down into Texas that the town went way too close to the border.
Oh.
The dog sniffed the drugs I did have in my vehicle, so they told us to get out of the car, and I was like, I'm so sorry, Cookie, we're going to fucking jail, or I am at least,
Yeah.
like whatever. And we sat there for probably like half an hour. They emptied all of our luggage, and they came back and were like, couldn't find anything. Have a good trip, ladies. And I was like, what? What is that? I was like, really? And
Goddamn.
they were like, yeah, no, we couldn't find anything. I mean, you must
At
have left it at home.
At
Have
that
a
point,
safe trip, ladies. And I was like, oh my god.
at that point, you just got
That's amazing.
told you.
That was us
No.
at
That's
the
amazing.
fucking border
It was there.
checkpoint
Yes, it
in
was.
California
They
when
definitely
we
found
were
it.
like, oh fuck, they're gonna know that one of us is high as fuck, and they just literally waved us right through the checkpoint, dude.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it was, yeah.
No, dude. I mean, they definitely found it
Yeah.
though.
We
It
were,
was.
oh yeah,
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
Sure.
You're like a couple of white girls, and you've got like what a fucking joint. Like who
It was
cares?
just a little vape.
Yeah, no,
Just
Yeah,
a
they're
little
not
vape.
gonna.
they
yeah.
wouldn't fucking give us.
They did not give a single fuck.
Did I tell you my Tyler, Texas story on the pod?
Not really.
I know I've told you just like chatting.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've actually
Go on
told
full
you
Indian
guys my
stripes
Tyler,
with me.
Texas story.
I don't think so.
No,
Why
okay.
does everything
I have a
bad
real
happen
job.
in Texas?
Texas is everything's bigger in Texas.
Including your fucking.
There's everything. So this was back in 2015. Yeah,
Okay.
2015. No, it was January 2016. I was going to see Laser Team, which was a Rooster Teeth movie. And it was in limited release theaters across the United States. I was living in Dallas at the time, and the closest theater that had it was an hour and a half away in Tyler, Texas.
Jesus.
Damn.
So
Small market.
So at the time, I was driving a Mini Cooper, blacked out like limousine style tinting on my windows. I still had my Florida plates. They were blacked rims. It was a
Yeah.
champagne silver sparkle with racing stripes. It was
Sounds
it was
beautiful.
one of the twin turbo Clubmans. So like
for just 1 second.
Nice.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all week.
I hope not.
All right, well, that
You're
car
sleeping with
sounds
the
delicious.
cats.
Yeah.
I'll be
it was
on the couch.
There's a bed out there now, actually.
Not allowed to touch my
better-
squishmallows.
So,
Not any 40 of them.
right. Yeah. And obviously I look the way I look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And at the time, I had just shaved my head into a mohawk,
Ooh, fun.
but my hair was long,
Mm-hmm.
so it was a long mohawk. So I looked like a drug dealer. I just admit it. You know, Florida plates this car. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get pulled over. Movie finishes. I get out. I hop back in my car. I brought just a little bag of some ground up weed, and it wasn't really great. It was just some mids that I would get from a dude that I worked at.
Yeah.
Dirt worked with. Yeah, it was just some dirt weed.
weed.
Yeah, it wasn't that great, but you know, he was a cool dude. We liked hanging out and smoking blunts, so it was whatever. Had a little bit, and I had a little like spoon pipe and a chillum in my center console.
Yeah.
And so I smoked, and I was like, "Oh, this is an hour and a half drive home, and it's 1 a.m. because the only
Oof.
time it fucking showed was at midnight or some
Yeah.
shit."
Yeah.
It was like one of those just ugh.
One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's January in East Texas.
Ugh.
So it's cold as shit. And I only have a t-shirt on and then a really nice like Fender hoodie
Okay.
that I stole from Guitar Center out of the Lost and Found because no
Nice.
one claimed it. And I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
that's an
That's
$80 jacket.
That's not stealing.
That's not
Yeah.
so
It's
Okay.
claiming.
Yeah. Claiming. There we go. So
spring cleaning.
I'm driving home, and I'm on some backwoods highway road. That's like, I think the speed limit was like 65 or something like that. And I'm going like 70, 71.
Yeah.
And there's a car tailgating me, like doing this kind of tailgating thing, like
Yeah.
moving forward and like
Like
backing
speed
up. And so,
up.
yeah, like speed up. And then I'm not speeding up. I've got cruise control on. I'm just going. But then I see a cop on the side of the road. This guy behind me takes off speeding around me. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. But then I remember what car I'm driving. And I'm like, I'm in Texas. He's not going to
Fun.
give a fuck about that guy.
Yeah.
He's going to pull me over.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to jail. Like, that's just my thought.
Just
is
resign
that.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Gabriel Iglesias, I'm going to go to jail. Like, that's just me. So,
Aw,
you know, I
cute.
see the lights. It goes off. This dude in a fucking... in a Dodge Neon or some shit. It was a really shitty car. It just takes off, and it was probably running on 3 cylinders too.
Yeah.
But it takes off. Cop pulls me over, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, "Fuck! All right, how am I gonna handle this?" So I roll down my window. He's walking up, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm blasting slightly stupid. I smoked in my car before going here. I have a Florida plate. I'm driving this. My eyes are bloodshot."
Yeah.
Like, cop gets up to my window. He's my age.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I have a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So he walks up and he leans on my window and he just goes, huh. Have you been smoking marijuana? Marijuana. Doesn't do the, you know why I pulled you over thing. You know, he just straight, I just look at him and I go, yes, sir. It's kind of my thing.
That's kind of my thing.
Couldn't tell.
Yeah, he starts to chuckle. He grabs his hat off, wipes his brow. He just goes, I'm going to need you to step out of the car. And so I step out. I, close the door. Slightly Stupid is still playing, by the way. I have he has not turned my car off. He's like, don't worry. So I'm standing out there. It's 15 degrees.
Ambiance.
And I'm just in a jacket and a short sleeve shirt and like a thin pair of skinny jeans on the side of the fucking highway in the middle of nowhere, Texas.
Yeah.
They do the sobriety thing. I pass it. He's just like, you're fine. Like, he's like, I don't feel that you're going to be a danger to yourself or anybody else on the road, but I do need to go ahead and confiscate what you have. You've been honest with me. Can you tell me where it is? And I was like, at center console, you'll find a chillum, a spoon pipe, and a little bag. So he goes in. He reaches in. I hear him do the thing, and he just goes, man, some good jams. And I'm like, thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks. I just saw them recently when I visited home. And he goes, oh shit. And he goes, I understand the smoking now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay. I'm like, I got him. I was like, we're good rapport right now.
Yeah.
So he takes it. He walks over to his car, puts it on the front. Now the spotlight's on me, so like I can't see shit. And he walks over, and he just goes, "Have you ever been to jail?"
Scary.
And I'm like, "Nope. I was at a summer camp, and I've been to jail." He chuckles and he goes, "Well, the only reason why you're not going tonight is because you've been honest with me." I'm like,
Fuck yeah.
"Sir, I'm high as shit. There's no reason not to be." I got that motherfucker to bend over, like lean on his knees, slapping, and he just goes, "You are the funniest motherfucker I've pulled over in a long time."
I love it.
Yeah, and he goes, "I'm just going to give you citation for out-of-state plates because you've been here for longer than 9 months. Go ahead. I'm just going to put you down as Class C misdemeanor for having some paraphernalia. Don't worry about the actual thing. You just have a safe drive home, all right? Call the judge. Let him know that you won't do it again."
Oh, I love that.
And I hop in my car, I take it, blah, 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 the ticket, and I'm sitting, I'm literally vibrating. Because I'm just like, oh, I just got out of a weed traffic stop in Texas. I'm like, woo! And so, like, I turn up my music, and I just go, "You have a good one, sir." And I look at my rearview mirror, and this motherfucker is doing this.
Doing a little shimmy.
Doing a little Charleston.
I drive 10 and 2, eyes on the road the entire way home. It was like it's like half the drive.
Yeah.
I get back to the house I'm living at. I turn off my car and I do one of these, and I stretch over and I like pat the back of my seat. And my soul drains from my body as I realize I still have a bong and a half ounce in the back of my seat. It was in the fucking
Holy
pocket.
shit!
It was in the pocket. I pull it out and I sit in the driveway for another 10 fucking minutes. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my shit, dude.
I walk inside and my roommate sees me and he just goes, "You got pulled over." And I'm like, yeah.
I would have thrown up.
I walk into my room and I smoked half of it that
Yeah.
night.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't you? I need to forget everything.
I didn't
Holy
sleep. I just
shit.
watched Game Grumps and fucking smoked.
Oh my god. I would have literally
Yeah.
vomited right there. Oh god. Because I mean, that's how I felt when the Border Patrol came back and
so
was like,
you
"You
know,
must have
yeah.
left it at home." And I was like, "I know the fuck I didn't
know
because
the
I
fuck
packed
I
it
didn't."
the second we got on the fucking highway."
It's like that little moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yep, there you go.
Oh,
So,
fuck.
that's why I belong on this podcast.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh.
Well,
All right.
all right, so we're all going to make $10 billion.
Yeah, we're all going to make $10 billion.
Congratulations, FBI. Here's a new list of places to look.
Congratulations.
Right.
We could open up the CD drive of the Xbox and fit it into the inside where the little bits and pieces are.
They
Yeah.
fuck around with those.
They might, but
They
because
don't-
it's like just a disused piece of shit, they might not give it as much of a second thought.
because it's a disused piece of shit, they might actually smash it. Like, they don't want to destroy your stuff, but they do, like, unplug everything, open it up, shimmy it around, and, like, it's...
I honestly
Maybe
have
we
a feeling
know.
they would
It's
shake
okay.
it and something else would pop loose.
Yeah.
So they would just
Probably.
assume that it's
It's in there.
broken, and
Yeah.
then they would be like, "Oh, it's just, you know."
Yeah.
If you put it into a plexiglass little case, like little one of those diorama cases, and
Like
you'd
all the
be-
cups?
yeah, but bigger, and you'd be like, "This is my R2D2 Xbox. I've had it for a very long time because I'm a special little boy."
That was the first system I ever actually bought with my own money.
Fuck yeah, man.
Oh, nice.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Man.
And then I got that 3DS that's sitting over there. And then, yeah, everything else.
What's
They
that?
don't make limited edition runs of...
is this? This is
those are my
nothing.
nice
They're dice.
D6s.
Oh, I see.
Those are my nice D6s.
Oh, I see. Oh, they're very metallic.
They're super metallic. I won those for free at Comic-Con last year.
Oh,
Is
that's
that when
rad.
we went?
Yes.
Oh.
The day before you and I went back. The day that Dad and I
They're
went and saw Giancarlo Esposito.
This feels dangerously flimsy.
It does, but at the same time, it's really nice.
Can I get an echo real quick? Thank you.
I hope that the microphones picked up the little button click too. So when are we rolling our D&D
This
characters?
is a great fucking
We can
question.
do it whenever.
We can
I
do it
mean,
whenever.
Yeah.
I think we've been.
We're over an
expected
hour
to
now.
have been doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're over an hour now. What are you guys doing? You want to have an episode 0 right now?
No.
Okay. Well,
We have a thing to do tomorrow, and I've been drained.
I've been having quite
we do
the
have a thing to do
morning.
tomorrow, but we don't have to leave here till like 3:30.
No, but I've been drained for other reasons. I don't want to do anything this weekend. man.
Well, go take a nap with the Squishmallows.
Negatory Ghost Rider. I gotta go slap these stickers somewhere.
Oh, speaking of which,
Yeah.
he wants a vote on what we like the best.
Yeah,
Flamingo?
we kind of.
Well, I told him you like
My
the
number
flamingo.
one is the flamingo.
Sure.
I like the fucking handcuff option, and I like the. What is it?
The handcuff is
other
really
one.
cool.
The
Yeah.
stop
Yeah.
sign one is really good. The one with
The one with the
microphone.
skull
Yeah.
and the two knives?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's good. The flamingo one is also the third choice. I also like just the original one. I feel like it's catchy enough that people are going to be like, "What the fuck is this?"
It's colorful enough it'll
Yeah.
catch an eye.
I
Okay.
slapped it onto a fucking telephone pole outside of a high school.
Saw
know
that.
I saw
the
that.
Kids are going to see
You
it
send
for sure.
you send photos, yeah.
It was a garbage photo, but
It
it's
was
there.
good
It's
enough to
there.
show us
No,
where it was.
Literally just.
The thing that photo showed me, at least, was that you can see those colors from a distance.
Oh yeah.
You can see them from quite a ways.
Then I
It's
put it like
yeah.
right where a bunch of students are going to walk too, so
Yep,
it's
like
going to
right
be
at eye level.
Yeah.
my favorite was the mic and the handcuffs, and then the second was the new flamingo one because same reason for this is like bright, colorful, catchable.
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 There
Yeah,
you go.
no, that's
it
fine.
works.
It's catchable.
Fucking-
We
we'll
got
go
it.
with that.
Catchable. Like
So,
Pokemon.
I
and
feel like we could-
It's ambiguous
Like
enough
SCDs.
because it just says Felonious Friends and it's a flamingo that it's like, okay, well, I have to know what this is.
Yeah.
And people are going to want to even just look at that for that alone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Exactly.
So those are my one and
I
two.
feel like the ones
I
that
love
say
it, yeah,
Felonious
yeah.
Friends podcast would be really fun to slap on the opposite side of stop signs.
okay.
Like on the ass end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those are the ones that has the skull
medals.
and the two
Oh,
knives.
okay, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
because
so-
it's an octagonal shape anyway. So when you
Yeah.
slap one on there, people are gonna think, okay, well, what is this? It's probably something political. And then
Yeah.
it says Felonious Friends. It's like, oh, well,
Yeah,
what's
right.
this?
Oh, never mind. Okay. Because yeah, he wanted to vote so that he can just edit whatever.
Brother,
which,
I
like,
will.
we'll just add podcasts onto it or whatever, and then he'll just print a bunch of them. So
My favorite might be the flamingo, but if the vote is the either the kitchen knives or the handcuffs, like yeah,
handcuffs, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
would
because
like
the
a
handcuffs
bulk
is
of-
really cool.
It really
Like,
is,
I like-
but
yeah.
it's dark, so it's not as eye popping.
Exactly,
Yeah.
they're darker
That-
colors.
That's why I
but
recommend putting them on the back of stop signs because people are gonna be walking around
metal-
and see that.
the metal background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But those ones, them right
Oh.
there, they're eye popping. We need more of them.
very eye popping. We can even ask them to just sort of brighten up.
I am so sorry.
How did that even happen?
That was cool.
I had it
Is like on there,
Oh,
latched
yeah.
over
Okay.
top of all 5
just
or
flung
6.
at me.
Yeah. So
Nice.
you think that'll work for tomorrow?
Yeah.
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 Wow, a lot went in and not a lot came out.
You can thicken up the letters just a little bit.
Yes.
That's what that's for.
I
Sorry
was
about
gonna
that.
say
So
make
we
them
just-
thicker and then
yeah.
put like something that makes
I
it.
need
Hey,
you to be-
look at this, because the
I like that.
I need you
I
to
like
make
that.
it thicker
I like
than a
that.
bowl of your grandma's oatmeal.
My grandma didn't eat oatmeal.
What the fuck?
My grandma did, but
She was
it was
Southern,
more
she ate
cereal.
my grandma fucking just was constantly trying to shove lasagna down my throat.
Oh, I
I'm
would have
sorry.
loved your grandmother.
She's still alive, and as far as anybody is concerned, I think. But well,
We're not actually
That's a way to
sure.
say it.
nobody talks to my mother's family.
Oh, I see.
That's
they
kind of how
crazy?
my family is about my dad's family.
Are they belligerent
Yeah.
racists, or is it just a general dishatred for one another?
General dishatred for my mother.
Drugs.
So
Drugs.
yeah, if
Drugs?
she
Do you spice?
doesn't,
Do you spice?
That
Maybe.
Can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you spice?
she reaches out and demands that everybody talk to her and give her help when she hasn't been around.
I would
Ah,
actually respond to her
yeah.
by sending a voice
that
message, like text, that's just me burping into the microphone, and that's it. That's the only thing you get from
We
me.
just gotta
That's
clip
kind of
one
what
of
she
your.
gets from everybody right now.
We're just gonna clip one of your verbed burps. Just one of those.
I was like, how do you verb a bird? That is a verb, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I got
It's a verb.
Reverbed.
No verbs.
It's
no
a verb.
Verbs, thank you.
No verps.
Yeah.
No verbs.
I can control those.
I can control that. God, my body is so broken and wrong.
Jesus.
On the next episode of Felonious Friends, we'll have a biohazard.
On the next episode of Felonious Friends, we might have another guest.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hooray!
On the next episode of Felonia Friends, I'm going to be on shrooms.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I've got those weird little shroomy pills from Luigi's
Luigi's.
still.
Yeah.
Nice.
Luigi.
It's a 3-pack, and it says on the back that if you want a full experience to take all 3. So
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Yeah.
I might be able to ask them for more next time I go in alone.
Maybe.
They're nice to me.
They are nice.
You're a lady.
Exactly.
You're a tiny white woman.
I
You're a
know.
tiny white woman looking
you
for
are,
drugs.
And
you
they're
are-
two Middle Eastern. They're two bulky Middle Eastern boys.
Yeah.
if you were like a tiny Asian woman, they would be giving you free shit all the time.
I mean, yeah.
We can.
That one.
Did I break the episode this time?
Oh my
Was it me?
God.
Did I do it?
Hey.
I think we end on that one. I think that's a good.
There's a
yep, that's it.
tornado
All right,
coming.
that's it. All right, come back.